Hey, what's up? It's time for more Blue Box. We're in episode 5. In the previous episode, we had our boy Taiki was in the middle of a match for Chinatsu's phone number. I mean, not that he would have won Chinatsu's phone number, but he was trying to defend her phone number from a man who wanted it. And then at the end, Chinatsu was like, okay, if he wins, I'll take him to the aquarium, which is adorable. And look, this episode's called Aquarium, which I feel like is probably a spoiler, but maybe it won't be. We'll see. Maybe he'll lose and they'll go to the aquarium anyway. I know that it's like I'm guessing what's happening, and some of you who watch my previous videos are like, don't you know what's gonna happen? Didn't you read this? Yeah, but I can't remember. I read this years ago, probably at this point. There's no way I can remember it. But yeah, anyway, let's jump into episode 5. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account for full-length reactions, early access, and exclusive videos. And also, I have a Jent Watches One Piece channel if you want to see that as well. But here we go, Blue Box, episode 5. Oh, this is sick already. Oh! Nice. Oh, on the line's fine, right? Yeah, nice. Good shit, Taiki. Aw, that's nice. Good job, Taiki. Okay, so we lost to him. I mean, Taiki did really well. Yeah. You don't have to backhand every compliment. Is it Chinatsu? Oh, oh, that's so sweet. I love that. It's okay if you're too tired. It's so sweet. Man, it's gonna be so exciting and nerve-wracking. She's saying that because of his dirty uniform that she found. Your friend can read you pretty well. I like the detail of, like, you know, only your people close to you can tell like certain emotions on your face. He's doing push-ups at the door. Get inside. Well, then go knock on her door. Why are you reading this? Talk to a woman. He's just so trying to distract himself from the nerves. I get it. If she walks in, she's gonna see you doing all of this research. I don't know. He keeps saying One Piece. It's distracting me. I just watched One Piece before this. Go knock on her door and say hi. Is he late? You're going with Chinatsu. Are you two meeting there? You live in the same house. Oh my gosh. Oh, she is wearing a dress? Is that a dress? I mean, I think so. She's so pretty. Yeah. Seems pretty similar to the one in the magazine you're looking at as well. Stand next to her, man. I get wanting to look at her, but stand close to her, please. Oh, it's cute. I relate to all of this. Don't talk to the ugly fish, please. That's a nice picture. Oh, I think in the ED she's looking at that picture. Oh. Oh. Smallest little touch of a hand. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, like that's the thing. If she's not into you, it's making things really awkward for her because you live together. So I get his hesitation. That's good though. I like grabby people. That I don't like all grabby people, but I do like people who like physical contact. Oh, about the conversation the other day? Yeah. He hasn't thought about that in a while. She's so sweet. She's so mature. So great. It's great just having like pretty mature main characters. It's just a way to make it up to you. You should probably say some things out loud. Oh. See, he's like really mature as well. That's a very sweet thing to say. Uh-huh. Send the hey hey sticker. That's so sweet. You're abusing it. This is our safe word. She said it 3 times. She means it well. Yeah. Oh my god, what a sweet scene. I love it. He looks like he's in a good mood. Yeah. All these memories. Good job at thanking your friend as well. I love these characters. It's so great. Relax. Got some food on you. She's gonna punch you in the face. Stop being happy. That was a lot of food. Okay. She's nervous for them. Who do you have to beat? Damn. That's huge. It was like the perfect timing to prove how good she is. Yeah, I mean, you're all just kids. I mean, all athletes are just people who just tend to work really hard at one particular thing. So polite to each other. Little penguin from the aquarium. I like how small talky this is. Aww. Damn, you must have felt bad about that. He takes all the pressure off you. Is that how she's taking it though? Like it feels like she could be taking it as like, look, I know how great Taiki is. Him and I go way back, you know? She's so sweet. She just gave up her good umbrella. Like the fold-up ones are shittier. Me too. You know? Oh no. Oh no, wait. Isn't she gonna be going to Taiki's house? I mean, obviously. Oh my god. I mean, what? You need to return the phone. Oh, I love when shows do that. How they have the rain get louder and louder. So good. Amazing episode. Amazing. Just so good. Constantly. This show. Oh, like, I have a problem when I'm watching a good romance show, because I've watched a decent amount of romance shows. I mean, there's a lot of romance anime out there, and there's a lot of, especially romance anime, like that is seasonal romance anime and stuff, and generally I'll check out a few of them or whatever. And I feel like, you know, a lot of the romance shows I watch, I'll be watching and I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice and this is cute and sweet or whatever. And like I'm rooting for them, but I don't, you know, it's not that I don't feel an emotional connection to them, but I don't get, it doesn't control my body. But there's certain things that like completely make me head over heels. And I think like Blue Box and like Kaguya-sama are kind of like, those are the main ones where it's like I'm so invested in these characters that like that it's I have an issue where, because I'm someone who like I think that love is like really important in our lives, and also I really like you know, I really like sort of romance and like just these sorts of relationships and stuff. But I myself am currently single. Like there's this huge mix of like, I am so like happy for these characters and I'm like living vicariously through them, while also this like weird pit of sadness within that is like, oh, but this isn't actually my life. So I'm not even like experiencing, you know, the like I'm tricking my body into feeling that romance, and it's not my own experience. And like that's always a really, it's a reason sometimes that like when I'm watching romance shows I'm like, oh my god, I need to like actually take a break from this, because I'm like, I get sometimes so emotionally invested and then it just feels like it just kind of hurts me inside sometimes, like no matter if it's good or bad, you know, like I mean no matter if it's good or bad, no matter if it's a happy ending or a sad ending, you know, no matter whether they get together or they don't, like it doesn't matter, because I'm feeling the emotions of these characters who are just experiencing like loving someone, you know. I think even like minor things like having a proper crush on someone and being in this sort of situation where you're like spending lots of time with them one-on-one, and every time you talk to them you have butterflies in your stomach, like that sort of feeling is kind of something to be envied as well. And it's kind of exciting, and it's not something I get to experience as much, especially these days, you know. Like I feel like that happens a lot more in like high school and stuff. And it's not that it completely disappears in adulthood, but it's just I feel like it's a lot less common. And you also tend to be, you know, around people your age, like you know, exactly your age, who who aren't necessarily in your group, but you still get to talk to them. You know, you don't get to do that as much. But in school, like that's what school's about. You know, there's so many people all your age, and they're all going through the same stuff you're going through. And regardless of if you're like close friends or not, you're gonna see each other every day. Like that's the time where you really. It's almost like I wish everyone was was doing another school type thing. You know, like when everyone is 30 years old, they all do so. It doesn't have to be school, but they all get together and do something again for a year, just so that we all get to do this, like, you know, socializing thing again, and properly like take it in. Because once you get into adulthood, a lot of the time you're spending time with people from all age brackets, I feel like, or you're spending time with people around your age as well, but you tend to be spending time with the same people over and over and over again, because, at least this is my experience, because it's hard to branch out, I feel like, when you're an adult. But yeah, so all this to say, this show is done so well that it hurts me, but I love it. I truly do love it, and I just love the way they animate these characters. Like, Hina and Chinatsu are so perfectly animated. It brings out their personalities and their emotions and everything just so beautifully. And yeah, I think once this season is done, I would not be surprised if Chinatsu was like top 3 all-time characters for me. Like, truly, I have the, you know, I think about it every once in a while. You know, I think about my favorite characters, my like complete favorite characters, and I think about like Ochako Uraka from My Hero Academia is a character that I care about very, very deeply, and she's, you know, probably up there. And there are a lot of Chiaki Nanami from Danganronpa 2, and Kaede Akamatsu from Danganronpa V3. Like there's these characters that I really, really, really adore. And from the manga, I loved Chinatsu, and I always have, and she's always been special to me. But this anime being such a great adaptation is selling me on it. Like, it's just truly making me go, okay, I think this character is going to be an all-time favorite of mine. I mean, she's such a sweet and thoughtful and surprisingly charismatic for being kind of surprisingly introverted person who also loves basketball. I love basketball too. Like, it's everything you could ever want in a girl. It's amazing. I love her. So I'm looking at my notes now. He lost to Nishida. Taiki needs to stand next to this woman. I mean, I understand. I'm not criticizing him because it's not easy. I mean, he's a very respectable guy, and he clearly thinks a lot about like making sure other people are comfortable around him, which is a beautiful thing, and I think more people should do that, and I try to do that as well. And I think I also do it sometimes to my own detriment, just like Taiki does, where it's like you overthink things and you try not to get in people's way, and you try not to inconvenience people or make them feel uncomfortable around you, and in doing that you will sometimes just be a bit weirder than you need to be, you know? And so like Taiki standing back really far from her in the aquarium and just looking at her, it's like she's at the aquarium with you, dude. You should be going up and standing next to her and looking at the things. Otherwise, she's gonna be looking at the fish, and then in the back of her mind, I feel like she'd be going, so does he not want to be here? Because he's standing over there. Like, he's not looking at the fish with me and stuff. But he only did that for a second, and then he went and was standing next to her while doing all this stuff. So that was nice. But yeah, no, I get Taiki. Like, I get Taiki a lot. I think he's a really well-written character, and and I think like his concerns and thought processes in a lot of these situations are pretty much exactly thoughts and concerns I've had in my life with different people. So I get it. And I think like the further I go in life, the more times that I have to think back to where like I've been talking to someone or doing something with someone, and then like maybe after the fact I've retroactively gone, oh, I think they like maybe I was making them slightly uncomfortable. Not that I was being weird necessarily or whatever, but I just kind of didn't read the room maybe, and that would have mainly been because I was young and dumb. But I maybe just didn't read the room, and they were probably just like, I want to stop talking to this guy, or I want to go and do this thing or whatever, and I was like holding them back from doing that, and I don't realize until afterwards I'm like thinking back on it, and I'm like, oh shit, I understand now. And then like, and so because of that, sometimes I get too worried about that, because I've had like a few moments where I look back at it and go, oh, I should have read the room there. So sometimes I will overread a room, and it's like someone's completely fine with me, and I'm like, I'm probably annoying you, I should get out of here, see ya, bye, and I run out of the room. So I understand Taiki a lot, and he has very legitimate concerns with like, you know, I feel like a lot of shows it's like, you know, I mean, confessing is always difficult, and I don't think, I think every character pretty much is justified when they say like, oh, I don't want to confess because I don't want to, you know, possibly ruin the friendship. We as viewers are going like, whoa, it's so clear that she likes you, but for the characters, first of all, it's not that clear, and secondly, we know it's a TV show and they don't, and thirdly, it's still fucking hard to do. But I will say Taiki has an even more legitimate reason, I feel like, because it's not just about messing up their friendship. He actually cares about the fact that she will then be in a really uncomfortable position because she's staying at his house. That's the only place she can be if she wants to stay in Japan, you know? And if he's making it almost an unsafe space for her, like, is that selfish of him? So I get it, man. I really do. But yeah, now it seems like Hina's found out. I really loved, by the way, also that that sticker scene where he's like, hey, if you ever need to talk to me about something or discuss something or you're uncomfortable with something, just send me this sticker and you don't have to send any other message and I'll come over and I'll see what's going on. That's so sweet. That is like adorably sweet and really, really thoughtful to do for someone. Because yeah, sometimes it might be difficult, and she might go like, "Oh, do I want to bother him?" or "I'm not quite sure." And sometimes she'll be like spending time typing out a message maybe, and like, "Do I send this to him to like ask him about this certain thing?" But it's like, if you just send me this sticker, I'm coming over, and then we can properly talk about it. That's a really nice thing to do for her. So I love it. I love Taiki. I love Chinatsu. I love Hina. I love Kyo or whatever. I love this show. I love this show. That is Blue Box episode 5. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.